So Blizzard came out with a response. Obviously, Blizzard came out with a response to this this very, very important Hong Kong situation. And we'll read that. We can read that in a minute, and I'll go ahead and I'll give you guys basically the update. Is that they said it's like imagine doing the one thing, right? The one thing that you're not supposed to do, right? Like they could have ignored it. So Blizzard, as usual, has misread the room. And this is something that they do a very good job of, right? They're very good at not understanding what their players want and what their community wants. So what they did, right, is they made a post about this, and they said, basically, this was not because of China. This was because of our rules with political stuff and everything. And they should have known that people wouldn't have been okay with that. They should have known this. Like, what do you mean? Like, haven't you read any posts? Like, who the fuck wrote this? Like, people aren't mad because of that. Like, they don't care. They're mad. Like, this is the thing. Sometimes people are mad, and the only way that you can make them happy is by giving them everything that they want. And if you don't give them everything that they want, the next best thing is to fucking ignore them. And that's it. That is the next best thing. Yeah, just fucking ignore it. Like, all they had to do, like, that people were already calming down about this. It was already losing a bit of traction. All they had to do was wait it out. That was it. That's all they had to do was wait it out. But they're like, but wait, there's more. It wasn't because of China. It was because of our rules. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it's true. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if it's true. You know why it doesn't matter? Is because people are mad. And whenever people get mad, the truth doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter, like, oh, well, that's not actually why it happened. Well, fuck you. What do you mean? Like, if that's not how it was, then it wouldn't have made me feel this way. And it's your fault that you made me feel this way. So even though you're telling me the truth, you're still fuck you anyway. There's no way that they're gonna win this. Like, literally, so basically they come out with this. I can read the fucking thing, okay? Give me a minute. Like, let me kill this boss and then we'll read it before I go into the rest of it. It's not really that long, but it's kind of long, right? They have no right to be mad at Blizzard. Who gives a fuck if they have a right to get mad at Blizzard? People have a right to get mad at whatever the fuck they want to get mad at. Like, they're gonna get mad. Like, whether you think that they have a right to do it or not, they're still gonna do it, right? Depending on, like, who has a right to do what is irrelevant. You have a right to do whatever you want. That's all there is to it. We don't want Blizzard involved, because then instead of Free Hong Kong, we got Hong Kong Immortal. I honestly, I don't know if I can even make a joke about that. We're gonna wipe here. It's a wipe. Good, great. This is amazing. I'm so happy we're gonna win. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't make a joke about that. Should get mad at Blizzard. It's human rights. I mean, like, I don't know, but like, here's the point, right? Is that, I can see Blizzard. As I said, I've always been of the mind of, not everything has to be politics all the time. There can be things that are separate from politics, and entertainment doesn't have to necessarily have a political lean to it. People that try to inject political stuff into everything are exhausting, annoying, and I don't think they're effective either, because they're basically taking they're taking a combative position against other people, right? They're like, well, I'm going to step into your sphere of influence, and I'm going to now expect that you have to change and do things differently based off of my own moral position. And it's like, obviously people don't like that. And so you're never going to win any friends doing that unless you're talking about other people that you already agree with. So I don't like this at all. Anyway, let me read it right now, actually. But anyway, it doesn't matter what I like, because people are going to get pissed off about it regardless. Blizzard should have known that. They should have known it. I'm surprised that they haven't. Okay, let me see here, alright? So, Blizzard comes out with statement. Here we go. Alright, we'll pull this up and I'll take a look at it while we wait for the reset, okay? Regarding last weekend's Hearthstone Tournament, Grandmaster Tournament, okay, China, well, what's this here? China has no influence on our decisions. Bullshit. Quartering said that. So, this is the problem. It doesn't matter what you say, because people have no proof that China has influence or doesn't have influence. So you can't make a technical argument because it's not based on information. It's based off of trust. So them doing it, it's stupid because you're not attacking the way that the other person is thinking. Right? I don't understand. So anyway, let me look over here. Hello, Blizzard community. I want to take a few minutes to talk to you all about Hearthstone Grandmaster Tournament. At Blizzard, our vision is to bring the world together through epic entertainment. Yeah. Whatever. So we have core values that apply here. Think globally, lead responsibly, and more importantly, every voice matters. See, I don't know, like, why do you even need to make this a thing? Like, this is their mistake. Is creating these platitudes. Think globally. Lead responsibly. Like, these platitudes, there's no reason to make something like this, except to have somebody come back 3 years from after you make it, after everybody holds hands, let's think globally. Let's lead responsibly. And everybody there in that meeting is fucking fired. And now you've got a whole fucking army of dudes in gray suits that never laugh at any jokes and they talk about bad men all the time. And, you know, they don't have a sense of humor at all. And now they're making decisions. You have to fucking explain it. And why you decided to think 3 years ago holding hands with everybody and saying think responsibly or whatever the fuck, every voice matters, was a good idea, as it wasn't going to bite you in the dick half a decade later. There's nobody, they're like, it's not like you have to say this. Why would you do this? Like, why would you go out of your way to create these platitudes that can only be used against you? I don't understand. It seems like such a silly thing to do. It is such a silly thing to do. I don't get it at all. Let me see here. We absolutely are, and I will. We absolutely are, and I will explain. Our esports programs are an expression of our vision and our values. Esports exists to create opportunities for players around the world from different cultures, different backgrounds, etc. Yeah. To build diverse and inclusive communities. Again, like, this is not selling anybody, right? Like, this, like, social justice rhetoric and stuff is not selling anybody. You're not going to get away with it by saying diverse and inclusive. Like, why even do this? Like, why? I don't understand. Not related to games? Yeah, I understand that. But it's like, if you want, here's the thing, right? My opinion is I think companies should not have anything to fucking do with politics. I don't think that they should say anything about it. I don't think companies should adopt political opinions. I think it's cheap marketing. I think it's disgusting. I think it perverts the entire political process, and I don't like it. Period. I don't like it whenever they do anything. I think that they should focus on doing and making products and shut the fuck up. I think they should leave that to the people that don't have a financial interest in the market to make decisions on where the political spectrum should be, right? I don't like it. Period. I don't like any of it. Anyway. But they want to do it. And this is what happens. Is you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't celebrate LGBT, like the Pride Month, and then turn around and say, oh, we don't want politics in our games. You can't do it. You either do both of them or neither. You do one or the other. That's it. And it's just that fucking simple. I'm sorry, it's just that simple. Like, for me, I try to be consistent. I'm an asshole all the time. So it's not like, oh, well, he was nice this other time. No, I wasn't. You know, you're asshole all the time. And that's it. LGBT isn't political, though? Yeah, well, that's not political. It's like, it's political. Of course it's political. Like, it has to do with politics. There are policy decisions. It is fundamentally political because it deals with the way different people are treated in the country. Everything is political. Money is political. Video games are political. Everything is political if you want to make it political, if you want to extrapolate it to a certain way. You can't say anything isn't politics. Everything, anything that deals with one person interacting with another person is in some way, shape, or form probably fucking political. Okay? So get that out of your head. Everything is political. The China thing is political. Everything is political. Whether you agree with it or not, or whether you think it should be political or not, is irrelevant, because it is. Anyway, let me go ahead and read the rest of this. Over the weekend, Blitzchung used this segment to make a statement about the situation in Hong Kong, in violation of rules he acknowledged and understood, which is why we took action. Every voice matters, and we strongly encourage everyone in our community to share their viewpoints in many places available to express themselves. However, the official broadcast needs to be about the tournament and needs to be a place where all are welcome. In support of that, we want to keep the official channels focused on the game. Which, I mean, that's fine. That's totally fucking fine. That is 100% fine. I'm okay with that. And every voice, yeah, that's okay. I agree with this. But here's the problem, as I said before, you can't have all of these other social justice stances, and then whenever there is something like the Hong Kong thing that happens, and like people are gonna get mad, like they're gonna get mad, like that's all there is. They're gonna get mad, whether they should or not. They're gonna get mad. That's why I punished the. Well, why didn't they punish the AU players? Well, why didn't they punish them? I mean, there's probably a number of different reasons. I'll talk about that afterwards. We hire shout carriers to amplify the excitement of the game. They elevate watchability. Third, our actions based on the content of the messages. Part of thinking globally, leading responsibly, and every voice matters is recognizing that we have players and fans in almost every country in the world. Our goal is to help players connect in areas of commonality, like their passion for our games and a sense of shared community. The shared views expressed by Bloodshed were not a factor in the decision that we made. I want to be clear. Let me read this again. I want to be clear. Our relationship in China had no influence on our decision. Yeah. So let's ask a question here. If this person said, if somebody in the U.S. said, I'm so glad that, people of color or LGBT people are, seeing more inclusion in esports. Or, let's make sure that this bill, fuck Donald Trump or something like that. Do you think that it would have taken away his prize money for a year and banned him for a year? I don't think so. I don't think they would have done this. I don't. At all. The fact that they had 2 extra cheater playing a world championship, I don't give a fuck about that, okay? Doesn't matter. Let's see. Keep these rules focused on the game of the tournament, benefit global audience. There's no consideration of the actions that we took. If this had been an opposing viewpoint delivered in the same divisive and deliberate way, would have felt and acted the same. I mean, how is it a divisive way? What part of it was divisive? I don't understand, how is what he said, how do you define what a divisive viewpoint is versus just a viewpoint? Or is the viewpoint itself divisive, and that's why you're against it? Because he didn't say anything that was divisive. He just didn't. It's just that's not what the word means. I don't understand. Okay, what could Blizzard have done better? Yeah. We want to ensure the safe, inclusive environment for all of our players, and the rules and processes are clear. All of this in service of another important Blizzard rule: play nice, play fair. Okay. Alright, let's see here. We'll read the rest of this. In the tournament itself, Witchsong played fair. Now we believe he should receive his prizing. We understand that for some this is not about the prize, and perhaps for others it is disrespectful to even discuss it. That is not our intention. Okay. See, you shouldn't even, here's the thing. Jay, if I go to BlizzCon, just tap me on the shoulder and be like, listen, man, can we talk? And let me write the next one of these that you guys fucking do, okay? Because you guys have no fucking idea how to write one of these. You write how people should think. You need to write how people do think. Because those are two different things. Always. This is not very well done. Okay, Agent wrote it. Listen, I saw that tweet. I think that's honestly, that's so abstract that I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I feel like J. Allen Brack probably wrote this. Now, did somebody maybe in China write it and J. Allen Brack approved it? I don't know. Maybe. It's hard to say. I'd have to look at everything else that he's written and see what happens from there. But it doesn't matter because we don't really know. But playing fair also includes appropriate pre- and post-match conduct, and best whenever a player accepts recognition for winning in a broadcast. So I think whenever you about the suspension, 6 months for Blitzchung is more appropriate. Like, why is it like, you know that people are getting mad? Like, no, if you promoted him to the fucking CEO, people would still be mad. Like, there's nothing that you could have done that would make people happy except for apologize for everything. There's nothing. Jalen Braxton's not read anything. It's his PR team, dude. Well, I don't know. I think it's possible that he could have written something. I mean, I don't know. I think it's completely unlikely. I mean, maybe he could have sat down with them and written them. Like, yeah, sure. 6 fucking months. Even that wouldn't be enough. Yeah. People are not, they're not going to be happy until Blizzard just apologizes. They say, we're sorry for supporting an authoritarian regime that harvests human body parts, and we're never going to do anything in China again. And if they said that, everybody would be like, wow, that's great, I'm happy, right? But Blizzard's not going to do that because they're going to lose money. So, the solution to this is don't fucking make a post. You're trying to explain business sense and a contract to people that are emotionally upset because of something that they partially understand. They understand it enough to know that they don't fucking like it. And they don't have most people, let's be honest, most people that are talking about this probably don't have a really strong grasp over what's going on in Hong Kong. Right? They probably just don't have a full grasp on it. With regard to the casters, remember the purpose is to keep the event focused on the tournament. That didn't happen here. Going saying their suspension to 6 months as well. Moving forward, we will continue to apply tournament rules to ensure our official broadcasts will remain focused on the game and are not a platform for divisive social or political views. You know how you do that, Jay? You stream at the fucking delay. That's how you do it, man. And that way, whenever somebody, next time you do a tournament, and you know that somebody's going to say something bad, you know what's going to happen. Like, come on, guys, let's be real. Blizzard, like, let's be real, this is going to happen. And they go like, oh, I can't believe that Blizzard would ever do this. And then you cut it, and then you say, all right, let's roll it back. Yeah, his feed got cut. We weren't able to have a post-game interview with him. Or you just keep going, and you don't even talk about it. People don't even think about it. There's maybe like one Reddit post. Oh, why? What did he have to say that, Blizzard had to censor him for? What did they ever possibly fucking do about that? But no, there's no reason. You stream with a fucking delay, and then you cut out anybody who says something bad. Boom. Problem solved. One of our goals at Blizzard was to make sure that every player everywhere around the world, regardless of political views, religious beliefs, race, gender, or any other consideration, feels safe and welcome, both in competing and playing our games. At Blizzard, we're always listening and finding ways to improve. It's part of our culture. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if somebody was like alt-right or something like that, regardless of political views, I think Blizzard would have a different perspective on this, right? If like somebody who like, let's say if, what was his name? Nick Fuentes. If Nick Fuentes was in this tournament, do you think Blizzard would allow him to compete? I wonder. I mean, come on, guys. This is insane. Let's please stop lying. Just stop lying. Like, I hate whenever you're lying. Like, just be honest. Or don't say anything at all. Like, literally do one or the other. and like, sometimes that's the right thing to do. You just don't fucking say anything at all.